every so often it's important, I really believe, for us victims to do an update on our experiences. And this is the one I like to do a lot, because this one is the update where I don't really say I was being gang stalked. I just tell you a series of true events, and I'll let you decide if I'm being gang stalked, or if anything is happening, or if it's normal, or if it's not normal. Okay, here we go. And there's just so much to say. I always have to hold back on the stuff that happened in the 80s and 90s, even though it's connected, I'm sure. But which one? We'll say it this way. So I uploaded a reptilian hybrid video of my ex-girlfriend. I was dating her in 95 to 98. Because she has some anomaly on her face. I met with her in 2011. She has some anomaly on her face. She wouldn't answer me, so I just uploaded it as a reptilian hybrid video. Nothing really happened. I got 500 views in like 4 years. Then in 2016, I uploaded it again, but I kind of made it shorter. Just kind of trimmed it up a little bit. And I got 10,000 views that time. 10,000 views in a week. So I told my friend, and she goes, "That's pretty good." I said, "Well, maybe not. That could actually cause problems, but maybe I should just take it down. I don't know. That's a lot of views." I wasn't trying to get that much attention. I wasn't even sure if it was even real. I just thought it was just, I just wanted to know what that anomaly was going on in her face. Maybe she was possessed by a demon or something, I wanted her to say she didn't know and she wanted to see it, but she wouldn't say that. She just kept changing the subject for like 6 months. So, I thought, okay, this is more than demon possession. So then, I think it was September, October. It was October. Halloween day, actually. A friend of mine named Lisa had a heart attack and died. She was the same age as me. But she was an organ donor. Then her brothers came to me and said, "Hey, check out this strange stuff on Facebook." Her friends were writing like a week before she died. All the nurses that she works with, and this is all going to tie in, were writing stuff like "Bon voyage, enjoy your vacation." But she has no vacation coming up. That's what her brother told me. She had no vacation planned. Then after she died, they're all like 3, 2, 1, launch. They're making jokes about her death. A bunch of nurses that she worked with. So I said, when they showed it to me, her brothers, I said, "Yeah, there's something definitely there. That's creepy." I definitely think it's foul play. Organ donor, they're making jokes. So then, about a week, 2 weeks later, I'm at a red light, and this guy pulls up in his truck. He runs over to my car door and tries to get in my car at me. Then he pulls over to the curb. I get the phone out, I start calling the police, 911. My friend's with me, my Cambodian friend. The guy pulls over to the curb and just waits. I go, "Man, he is higher than a kite. He wants to wait while I call the police? Okay, sure. Let's do it then." I call, and they hang up on me the first time. So then I drive about 5 blocks, light turns green. I drive about 5 blocks. I call again. They hang up on me again. I call a third time. They hang up on me the third time. And that was pretty much that. Then, it was like December, I got these windows. You can see out, but you can't see in. It's like a plastic strip over your window. You can't see in unless there's light in here. If it's dark in here and it's light outside, you can't see in. And I peek out the window, and I see this guy walking into the condos next door to me, and he's like staring right at me through the plastic, like he can see me. As he turns the corner, his head goes. He's like walking, and then he turns the corner. He just keeps walking with his like this. He turns and goes like that, but like this, mean. So I go, "Well," I know that dude saw me. I could tell. I don't know how, but he did. But I thought that was strange, right? Then, January, February of 2017, I noticed some white rice material in my apartment. moving around basically. It was just, this place was covered in it. I put some shipping tape down, turned all the fans off. 2-3 hours later, I come back and look at the tape, and it's covered in the stuff. It's under it, it's over it. There's no breeze. So then I put another layer of shipping tape down on the floor. I kind of twist it where it's sticky on top, sticky on the bottom, and the stuff's covered in it again. So I go, I know this stuff is moving around because it's stuck in the tape. There's no breeze. How can it be moving with no breeze? So then I grab my camcorder, I point them at the condos, and I go, I believe it's coming from these condos right here. As I'm filming this, right when I'm saying that, 5 to 6 huge guys in suits come jogging out of the condos onto the platform. I've been here 30 years, 29 years. I've never ever seen men in suits. And they're pouring sweat. It's a cold winter day, and they're like totally freaking out. So I start freaking out. So now I get the video. I put it through Video Manager real quick. It's about 2-3 minutes. Start uploading it to YouTube. That one goes up. I put a second one up. A third one, talking about the white stuff. The first 2 were about the white stuff. The last one was with the guys in it. The first 2 went up. The last one freezes while it's uploading. The one with their faces on it. It freezes while it's uploading. Just freezes. It never did that before, ever. I had YouTube for 7-8 years, never froze. Then the last 2 videos about the white stuff freezes. All 3 videos freeze. Then suddenly my entire channel freezes. It's offline. You can't even find it. It says temporary out or something like that. I go down and show my brother. He goes on his laptop, goes, nah, you must be mistaken. He goes on his laptop, he looks. He goes, yeah, your channel's frozen. Then I go to a friend's house for 2 nights. I come back. There's massive cops across the street, like 13 cops. The guy that lived across the street in the back, that was friends with the people in the condos and friends with the houses across the street, they're at his apartment, the cops, like 13 of them. They're there for like 6 hours. Anyways, they leave, whatever. I never see the guy again. He's just gone. But actually, I did see him again. It was like 3-4 months later, I saw him back there talking to the neighbor girl back there, but far away. I never saw him ever come out again. He was always walking to his truck. That happened, and then I prayed. I was praying to God because it was scary. So I went to God. I admit I was scared, and I felt a conviction of the Holy Spirit saying, "Search this stuff, the white rice material." So I go to YouTube. I start looking for the white rice material. I come across something even darker, something even worse, that was right in front of me the whole time, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So I started making videos. I grabbed my camcorder. I started making a video about this other material stuff. As soon as I'm about 1 minute to 2 minutes in, my first video, a black helicopter starts circling around my roof. So then I stop. I upload it though. I do a few more. About a week, 2 weeks later, I'm at a red light, and four cars up, the guy's gonna make a left turn, but he won't turn. Everyone's waiting for him to turn. It's a green. Okay, I'm adding this to the end. I got cut off, so let me start where I left off at. So here I am on University Avenue in North Park. I'm about 15-20 feet away from where I worked at. Well, it was the office where we turned our orders in. We sold door-to-door sales. And they wanted to send me a message, and that's why they did it right there. They blocked me right there. Because one of the guys that works there, that was on his crew, sales crew, he's actually one of them. He's connected to my ex-girlfriend, had the anomaly on her face. He has some similar strange stuff going on with him. At the same time, the link to the gang stalking thing. So then I'm stuck. Oh, and let me say really quick, I shouldn't even say gang stalking. This is going to be your opinion on what I tell you. And the only reason why I remain as calm as I do is I know God's on my side, and it's amazing. It balances it out, you know. When I got to make a video on the 10 miracles that also happened the same year. So I'm at this light, and the guy won't make a left turn. He leans into the mirror on his car door, and goes, like I'm talking too much. A maroon, not red. It was a maroon colored minivan pulls up to the bus stop. It's like a red area, no parking, handicap area. This dude gets out, 40, 50 years old, looks Italian, long hair, walks into the traffic up to my bumper and blocks me and starts directing traffic to go around this guy. Like, ignore him, just go around him, don't worry about it. While the guy is doing this to me in the mirror. So they were working together, organized. So then about a week later, I have an appointment. I go in there, and that's why I'm saying doctors, nurses, counselors, firemen, police officers. I've seen it all. I've seen them all participate. I've never hallucinated in my life. I've never seen mirages. I've never heard voices, any of that. I'm actually a pretty logical person on top of that. So they were going to, in my opinion, let me get on with it. So I go to an appointment. I'm showing her the strange material. She shows me basically how to see them because she's one of them. And I don't really know exactly what they are. They say reptilian hybrid. I don't know what they are. I know what they are as in they're in the Bible, and they're demonic, and they have pure hate. And when God brings them up in the Bible, they're never allowed to live. I know that much. And I know there's physical evidence. I know that much. So she shows me, and I should have knew that something was coming, because they show you because you're about to check out. They're about to kill you and check you out, like clock you out. I come home, walking up my steps, and the condos next door, there's these two huge dudes, Marine guys, talking to some smaller dude, and they turn around and look at me and they go like that, and they walk away. I come upstairs. I'm like, scary. I come upstairs. Day goes by. I forget about it. Totally forget about it. Have a huge plate of spaghetti for dinner. Watching some Michael Jackson dance videos. 1 o'clock comes in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm starting to nod out. I'm deciding I gotta get up and turn these lights off. I'm getting really, but I don't want to get up to turn the lights off because I'm really sleepy. Next thing I know, I see a shadow of a huge man walking down my steps, past my blinds, on my porch. So I kind of freeze, like, what the hell? And I'm just watching it. I go, because you know how you see somebody move in the corner of your eye, and you look, and there's, it's just like you get those traces in your eyes, those little squiggly things. Everyone gets those. There's little like shadow squiggly things. Well, I'm trying to look, and this isn't a squiggly thing. It's actually a person walking down past the blinds. I'm like, unbelievable. I'm just watching it. So I could hear on the side of my apartment behind in the back, I could hear leaves cracking under some shoes. So I open the window up and I'm listening to my brother goes, and I tell him to listen. He's spending the night. I tell him to listen. He don't hear anything. And he starts thinking I'm cuckoo, I'm crazy. But don't worry, before the night's over, he gets a shock of his life. I call 911. 2 police officers come out. I ask them to shine their flashlight behind my studio apartment. They go to the side only. They shine their flashlight real quick. They won't go behind there. They sneak off. The bigger guy tells the shorter guy, shh, let's go. I saw him do it just like that. He goes, shh. And they snuck off. I called again about an hour later because the perpetrators, let's just say one. There's one for sure. I'm saying 2 because I saw the 2 guys earlier in the condos. The perpetrator knows the cops are coming. They could hear up here because the people in the condos, they're all working together. Oh, I mean, I'm not being stock. This is for you to decide, right? I'm just saying if it's real. There's like 20 of them in the condos, and they got listening devices and everything. But that comes out later on. I don't know that this night. So, the dude stays back there, knows the cops are coming, doesn't get afraid. He's not afraid. and there's a reason for it. So they come out. The second time 911 hangs up on me. The third time I call 911, a voice hacks into the phone while it's ringing to 911, April 18, 2017, 3:30 in the morning, and says, "No one's going to help you. You're on your own." My brother heard that. He goes, "What is that? What is that?" And I'm like, "You tell me." Remember, I'm hearing this stuff. Now he knows there's something going on. He's creeped out because who would hack into your phone at 3:30 in the morning during a 911 phone call? April 18, 2017. So then the police come out. Perpetrator stays. He still stays, doesn't leave. They come out. I'm happy to see the police. I go down the steps to greet them. My aunt, uncle, and older brother from the front house come out the back door. And they start harassing me. They start saying it's all my fault. I'm hearing things. I'm making problems. I'm causing chaos. They haven't even looked. They won't even look. They're already accusing me. I beg them for 25, 30 minutes. They finally go behind this video, a couple of them, and they shine their flashlight, and they won't let me look. They say, "Oh, no one's back here," but that I can't look. I can't look. And they tell me to go back upstairs and go to sleep, or I'm going to go to jail if I call again. My brother told me later on, he goes, "You notice they didn't ask me one question. They usually separate you and ask you both questions. They didn't ask my brother anything. Did he hear anything? Nothing. They put all their attention on me." So then they leave. It's about 4 in the morning. Me and my brother are falling asleep. We hear a loud boom. Suddenly we jolt back up. We hear someone running out of our backyard, down our driveway, and off into the streets of the night. My brother heard the voice hack into the 911 phone call at 3:30, and he heard the person run down the driveway. And this area is so small. There's a huge, tall fence, and it's a corner area. There's no way the cops wouldn't have seen him. There's no way. They had to see him unless the guy was invisible like a ghost. So so there you go. They were, in my opinion, they were going to come in here and kill me. Now, I didn't say I was being gang shocked. I just told you what happened. But you put it all together, and I'm just breaking it down what I see. I see experiments with that white rice material that was moving around my apartment. I see gang stalk. If I look back into my past, things were moved around. Like people say that happens in my apartment. Only when I lived alone, though. When I lived with my brother, my other brother, for 8 years, nothing ever moved around. But as soon as he moves out, stuff starts moving around again. Money's missing again. Only when I'm alone. But I think maybe there's ghosts. I don't think no big thing about it because it's just little tiny little things, right? But then the white rice, I think they say, okay, he doesn't notice he's being gang stalked. And they start doing experiments. That's what that white rice was. This is the government doing it, so they're not going to admit to it. And it's coming from way up. And you can bet your bet on that. Most people in power know about this. There's no way they can keep it under the radar. So many people are complaining. There's no way. So then I think that's what happened. And then when I did research and God was guiding me and I found out bigger stuff, I think they decided to kill me just to try and hide it. And my brother was going to get killed too. They were going to kill my brother and make it look like a suicide. That's my opinion. So you decide what you think. Just from what I told you. Okay? And I forgot to mention that I went to Mercy Hospital when this stuff first started off, when the guy was trying to get in my car door at the red light. Around that time, November 2016. And the doctor gave me an IV that almost killed me. I went there for an asthma attack. The breathing got better, but 5 hours later, I started getting really, really sick. It was worse than the asthma. I pulled the thing out the next morning and left. It took me 4 days to get that stuff out of my system, whatever she gave me. To prove it was a doctor, I warned my sister. My sister laughed at me. She didn't laugh, but she goes, "Oh, you're being paranoid." She goes into Mercy Hospital 6 months later. Mercy Hospital in Hillcrest. 6 months later, she goes in there for something. She's there all night. Next morning, we can't find her. Turns out she's in jail. When we finally talked to her, she said that they did all kinds of creepy stuff to her. They took her in the basement. They drugged her. They hooked her up to a computer. Weird stuff. She said that she ran out of there for her life the next morning. Hallucinating. They had her so drugged out and they were just putting stuff on her head, laughing. They're doing all kinds of creepy stuff. So there you go. And there's more to it, but we'll leave it there for now. God has blessed some serious info that I found out. It's not a game. It's very, 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 very serious. And to show you how wicked these things are, how dumb, they haven't had a chance. I was going to just like let everything go, because God said, just let it go. If they leave, if they go away and they cry, because God sees everything. He sees everything at all times. Because if they cross you off the list, you can't ever use the information then. That's it. If you use it, you're going to be in trouble. I'm not going to support you. But if they keep bothering you, you can use it. And if you die, anything happens to you, arrested, anything disappeared, then the info will get out. He blessed it. And I've been making a safety net. And have my friends make a safety net, and then their friends make a safety net. So basically, that's kind of how it's been going. Will this information reach the public? I don't know. It was never meant to, and it has to be genuine, because if it's any kind of lie in there, then there's nothing. It won't work, because it's not about trying to attack. It's about defense. And they violated me so many times that it would be just justice, just defense. As of now, no. There's no plan of offense. There's no plan to release it to the public. However, like I said about a year ago, I said the other stuff's open. Gang stalking, the other stuff they've done is open. But I think it's better if they just admit what they did. It would just go better on. It would go easier on them if they would just admit what they did, take responsibility, reimburse me for my pain and suffering, and get as far away from me as possible. That would actually be the smart thing to do. But they have so much ego and arrogance, they're going to control it. They think they're in control because they accidentally gave it to me out of stupidity, out of arrogance. And that's how they're going to crash the same exact way. They were tricked. I was set up by God as a snare. God knew this before I was even born. He knew my personality. He knew everything about me. He knew I would, go into sand and turn my back on them, and they would go for the bait. And I would come out of it and love them, and they knew it. God knew it. I was set up as only a snare, because God knows our personalities too, how we react to things. I just keep a list. Oh, you thumb me down? Penalty 1. Oh, you drive by me with a fire engine and try and creep me out? Penalty 2. And when the penalties get big enough, then I start executing the justice. And based on the level of penalties is what I'm allowed to release. But see, as of now, no, that stuff hasn't reached that point. But I'll tell you one thing, they got a hair close to it many times. In the Bible, they were to be destroyed utterly, from adults to children, all of them, because they're not human. They're demons in skin. They're demonic. They are unredeemable. They have pure hate for us, a hate that we can never understand. Their own hate is their downfall. And they're everywhere. I'm not saying there's as many as us. I believe there's way more of us, but they're everywhere. They're mostly, there's a lot of them are cops, firemen, counselors, nurses, doctors, because they're running this monopoly on us, and they're trying to separate them from us now so they get everything. They're entitled to everything, and we're not. They don't even belong in our reality. But everybody turned their back on God. That was the only way this could happen. So do what I'm doing. Get close to God, repent, and get as close as you can to Him. But I'll tell you this much.